Today I'm making this miso glazed sablefish with a furikake panko crunch. Starting out with the glaze, I've got about a teaspoon of honey in there, a teaspoon of mirin, about 2 tablespoons of miso, and just giving that a really good mix, get it smooth. And then that goes on the sablefish for about 15 minutes while I prepare the other things, just as a marinade. So got some aromatics, chopping up about a teaspoon of ginger, slicing 1 garlic clove thinly, and also slicing 2 scallions and separating the whites from the greens. Now we're going to move over to the stove. I've got a teaspoon of a neutral oil and about half a cup of panko. Now this on medium heat, just going to keep stirring it constantly until it starts to get brown. Once it gets brown, I'm turning it off the heat. I don't want to overdo it. And adding a couple tablespoons of furikake. This is one with sesame in it. If you don't have one with sesame, you might want to add some sesame seeds. And now to about 3 tablespoons of hot oil. I'm adding in the aromatics, except for the greens. Just want to let it get fragrant. You don't want it to brown. And adding a teaspoon of soy, a teaspoon of rice vinegar, and a little bit of sugar. Just give it another blast of heat for about a minute. And that's it. Again, we don't want that garlic to brown. We'll set that aside. And we're going to take a tablespoon of that oil and set it aside. And now I've got about a cup and a half of jasmine rice here, adding it to that oil, seasoned oil mixture, giving it a mix and setting it aside. Now that reserved oil, we're gonna use that for the sablefish. So on medium heat, throwing the sablefish down, and we're gonna let it cook on the skin side down for about 5 minutes till it's almost done. So here we'll just give it a flip, let it cook for about a minute on that side, and just take it off the heat and let it finish cooking with the residual heat. It's going to get a bit of a char from that miso, which will char up. We don't want to burn. So I've got half a lemon here. I'm just giving it a blast over the heat to char it a little bit. And now we're laying down our rice. We're going to throw our sablefish on top there, give it another glaze. And here is the furikake with panko that we're putting down for some crunch. Give it a bit of that lemon and top it off with some scallions. And now let's give it a taste. So this was cooked to, I would say, medium, which is the way I like it. A little bit of rice, and it was absolutely delicious. Hope you give it a shot. Thanks for watching.